All right, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We're trying Wake and Stretch in a different way today because the Instagram app is not working properly. I don't know why. It could be my phone, it could be them, who knows. So here we are. I'm doing this more like pre-recorded, but still in the same style, although I'm trying the video in a horizontal plane because I think it'll be more beneficial to all of us. Excuse me. So, the dogs had a little bit of a hissy fit. They're all done now. So I'm going to try to move into my practice. As you can see, Loki is soaking up the sun behind me. So go ahead and grab any props that you might need. I already have a block set and ready to go. And I will meet you on the mat. Sound good? Cool. Let's go. Okay, so finding a nice comfortable seated position. Getting the mat all prepared, getting ready for the practice ahead, whatever that might be. Get my favorite, what do I call this? My favorite sarong ready. So that I feel like I'm at least keeping my hands clean. All right, so sitting up nice and tall, eyes closed, hands can rest either in your lap with the palms stacked or on your thighs, palms up or down. Start to tap into your breath so that you can settle down and settle in. I really start to connect to yourself, to your rhythm of breath, to connect to how you're feeling today, whatever that means to you. Allow any deep breaths or yawns to come up as you need. Feel free to exhale out of the mouth. It's a nice release of energy. Let your eyes gently blink open, taking in the lights, the colors, and the shapes. Bring your hands onto your knees, so you're actively holding on. And we'll move through a few seated cows and cats. So on your inhale, lifting up the heart and the eyes. As you exhale, curl. It's okay to let the pelvis tilt here. Inhale, lifting the heart and the eyes. Exhale, curl. Let the shoulders just go along for the ride. Try not to actively move them. Inhale, lifting the heart and the eyes. And exhale, curl. Inhale, come to a nice straight spine. Exhale where you need to. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, give a nice twist to the right. Stay there for a breath or two. Inhale, coming up through center. Arms can travel any way you'd like, and then exhale, twist to the opposite side. Inhaling, coming back through center. Exhale where you need. If you're on any props, gently remove them so that your sit bones are on the floor. And tuck the chin to your chest and take an easy fold forward. You can take this as far as you'd like, as long as the sit bones stay on the mat. Gently roll up through the spine, exhaling where you need to. And let's find our way onto hands and knees to tabletop. All right, so from here, taking a few cows and cats, getting deeper into the spine, the shoulders, and the hips. Inhaling as you lift the heart. Exhaling as you curl. Move through in your own breath pattern. I'll give you a warning before moving on. Take one more full round of cow and cat. Come back to a nice neutral spine and then find your way to child's pose, high Zeus. Nice full deep breaths in your child's pose. From here, coming back up onto hands and knees, tuck those toes, find your way into your plank. Gently shift your weight forward and back. This will challenge your core, but it also wakes up the ankles, the feet, and stretches out the backs of the legs a bit when you press back. Plus all the benefits of a regular plank, right? From here, come back to your center of weight. Lift up the right leg. As you exhale, step it through or around to find your low lunge. Bring your right hand up to the thigh, and then gently twist to the right. Come back through center. Two hands down to the mat, or if you have blocks, bring your hands to the blocks. Gently lift up, straighten the front leg. Let the arms float up, and then exhale, fold into your half monkey. It's getting a little hamstring stretch. Possibly a calf stretch or behind the knee. One more breath. Good. Then gently come back into your low lunge. Two hands to the inside of the front foot. Sweep the right leg back. Find your plank again. Little baby shifts of weight without adjusting the hips or the shoulders. Come back to your center of weight. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it forward or around and find your low lunge. Help it if you need to. Moving right into that twist. So left hand to the left thigh. Chest opens to the left. Yourself back to center, shift your weight back onto that right knee, left leg extends out in front. My toes are pulled up. I don't know if you can see that because Zeus is there. Inhale, lift the arm up, and then exhale, fold it forward, finding your half monkey. I bring both hands to the inside of that front foot. Sweep that left leg back, find plank. And we'll take our first vinyasa. As you exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog or child's pose, your choice. On your inhale, lift the head. Exhale where you need to. Find your way into your plank once again. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step it through or forward or around, however you need to. To come into that low lunge again. This time, two hands up to the thigh. Exhale, release the shoulders down. Breathing here. The stretch gets a little bit more intense when the torso is upright. All right, so from here, tuck that back toe. Shift the knee forward a little bit so your weight is more on that front leg. Hands on your thigh. Go ahead and press up to a high lunge. Inhale up to crescent. Exhale, hop the back foot forward. Find Parsvottanasana. So hips are square, back leg is outwardly rotated. Hands come down to your thighs, to your shin, to blocks, or the mat. So many options, right, Zeus? So many options. From here, moving into a twisted triangle. Left hand comes down to the inside of the front foot or on a prop. I'm using a block here. Then open the chest up to the right. Do your best to keep, excuse you, do the best you can to keep your hips square. What happens a lot in this position is the hips go whoop over to the left. You want to try to keep the hips as square as possible because the twist happens in the waist. Good. From here, bring the hands all the way down to the mat. Move any props out of your way. Find plank and vinyasa. Finding your way back to plank once again. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, step it forward, through, or around. And find that low lunge, hands up to the thigh. Staying for a few breaths. And tuck that back toe. You can scoot the knee forward a little bit. Press down into the hands. Come up to high lunge. Inhale the arms up to crescent. Exhale, hop the back foot forward astride. And fold into your Parsvottanasana. Nice stretch through the hamstrings, lower back. Moving into twisted triangle from here. Right hand now comes to the inside of that front foot. Give a twist through the waist. Left hand can be on the waist. You can extend it up wherever you'd like that left arm to go. Gently bring the hands back down to the mat. Find your way back to plank and vinyasa. Do a down dog or child's pose. Your choice for a few breaths. Inhale, lifting the head, tuck the toes, find your plank. Walk the feet forward to the top of the mat. Let's take Balasana. I have to angle myself a little bit because this big guy is here. Okay, stop touching me. Letting yourself relax into the hips. Even if this doesn't feel relaxing, I get it. It takes a long time to open up the hips and the heels, the Achilles tendons to get into this pose unless you are naturally open in these joints. Prop it up. Do what you need to. And remember, this pose, take it one breath at a time. One more breath here. And let the hands come down to the mat if they're not there already. Go ahead and straighten the legs. Heel toe the legs so that they're underneath your hips. Give them a good shake. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Good. Bring your hands to your waist. And step, it doesn't matter which foot, I'm using my right so I can still face you. Open up the legs so that they're about a couple inches wider than your hips. We'll move into Prasartia. So inhale the arms out to your side to a T, and then exhale, fold it forward. You can use your props here. You can bring your hands onto blocks, pillows, books, whatever you might have. Your dog, if your dog is there. As long as they let you. Really getting into those hamstrings and the backs of the legs. If you need to bend your knees here, bend them. It's okay. As long as you're still feeling something through those hamstrings, you're in a good place. You may feel this in your back, in your glutes, in your calves, anywhere along the back of the body. And if it suits you, feel free to gently shift the hips from side to side. This is a very slow, intentional movement, so dropping the right hip towards your center line, then coming through neutral hips and shifting the other way so that the left kind of drops down. And you'll feel little nuances through the inner thighs. You may feel it through the outer portion of your calf muscle. It all depends on your body where you feel it. But this gives some nice, subtle movement through the hips. You may feel this in your waistline as well. If you are shifting your hips, get both sides equally, then come back to neutral. Take a nice full breath. Turn the heels inward. Bend the knees deeply. Inhale, come up to goddess pose. Exhale, settle in. I'm just going to hang out here for a few breaths. Good. Coming all the way up. Turn your left toes in. Turn your right toes out. We'll find triangle pose. So take another inhale, and then exhale, tilt into triangle. One more breath. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Exhale, hands to your waist. Rotate the toes the opposite direction. Sort out the heels so that your alignment feels good. Arms out to your side. Exhale, triangle pose, second side. Inhaling, coming all the way up. Exhale, step up to the top of your mat. Let's take a full sun salutation. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold hands down, step or float back. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. Alright, so from here, gently roll up through the spine. So you're coming up to a more seated position. And we will make our way onto the back. So find a seat. And gently roll down. Once you're down there, fix your hair as you need to. If you have long hair, sometimes the ponytail is not in the right place. But feel free to undo it or move it. And then once you come flat, just take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. From here, hug the knees in towards the chest. Give a little rock from side to side. Bring both feet back down onto the mat. Go ahead and extend the right leg up into the air. So you can hold on behind the hamstring, behind the thigh. You can hold on above the knee in the calf area. Or if you're more open than that, without the hips moving, grab onto the foot. Any way that makes sense to you. And just breathe into that hamstring. From here, flex the bottom foot, the left foot, let it slide down, so now both legs are attempting to be straight. If they're bent a little bit, it's okay. If you need to change your hands on the right leg that's in the air, that's okay. As long as you're feeling a nice sensation through the back of the leg. But from here, bend the knee. Wind relieving pose. Take that right thigh and open it up to the side without adjusting the hips. So the thigh bone is shifting over towards the armpits, the knee joint to the armpit. Getting a little bit more inner thigh. From here, guide the leg across the body for a spinal twist. Gently bring it back up through center. Outwardly rotate the right leg. We'll come into a reclined pigeon. From here, extend the right leg up into the sky. Bring it to a parallel position. Bring the foot flat to the mat so the knee is up. And then extend the left leg. Let's work into that hamstring. Keep the pelvis connected to the mat. And hold on to wherever you need to with this leg. And it's probably a little bit different than the first side, and that's okay. Just breathe into it. Make sure your shoulders aren't creeping up towards your ears. Keep them connected to the mat as well. And this way you don't cause any undue stress in the shoulders, the chest, or the upper back. From here, flex the right foot so the heel is still connected to the ground, and then slide it out underneath you. Two straight or straight-ish legs, depending on your flexibility. And gently bend the knee, wind relieving pose, hugging it in towards your chest. The right foot is still very active, heel down, toes up. And let's take that left thigh bone and move it up and out to the side. Hips are still parallel to the ground. Getting a little bit deeper into the inner thigh and the groin area. From here, take that leg across the body, spinal twist. Gently bring it back up to neutral. Outwardly rotate that left thigh now. Crossing the ankle over the right leg and come into your reclined pigeon. Gently release the left leg up, then the right leg, and give them a good shake. A little rotation. Move the leg. Let them come down and find your Shavasana. Do what you need to keep yourself comfy and warm. Legs are roughly the width of your mat apart, arms by your sides. And there can be space there, just make sure they're not higher than your shoulders. Eyes closed, and take rest. Gradually start to deepen your breath. Find energy in your fingers, toes, wrists, ankles, hands, and feet. Getting some movement through the arms and legs. And then let the arms extend up overhead. Bring the legs together underneath you for a nice long stretch. Hug the knees in towards your chest. Give a little rock from side to side. Then roll. Who is in front of me? Then roll onto one side. Coming into fetal position. Sorry, Socks, I didn't know you were there, babe. She snuck up on me. Then gently press yourself up to a seated position. Prop if you'd like to. Eyes closed and hands either pressed together at your heart center or one on your heart and one on your belly. Eyes closed, and take a few moments to check in with yourself, with how you're feeling now after this practice. And as always, give a few moments of gratitude, something you're thankful for right now. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. Okay, so I hope you felt pretty good after that practice. We have, I think, today's the 27th, 28, 29, 33 more days. 3 more days in June until we hit the good old July 1st. I wish you a happy, beautiful day. I hope you are doing well. And I will see you tomorrow in some shape or form. Bye.